Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing Unlimited here once again, and today we're going to be talking about the fight between Usyk and Parker. And the title for this video we're making today is Usyk avoids Joe Parker. We're saying this because well, so many things has been going on the ground, and Usyk just announced the fact that he's going to fight Dubois for the undisputed title because Dubois still has that IBF which was stripped off of him, because he wanted to fight for the undisputed with Tyson Fury. You know, having said that, we're going to say that there is so many things going on within the promotional world and management world of boxing, and then we're looking at a situation where the core boxing fans actually want Usyk to fight Joe Parker because Parker is a dangerous fighter. He's earned his way. He's fought through. He's beating arguably the boogeyman, the biggest punchers in the heavyweight division. He's beating them up. And the last fight was supposed to have fought with Dubois. Somehow it looks like Dubois dodged him or avoided him. We saw through the 4 days to the fight, Dubois was still there, happy, saying he was ready to fight. And suddenly, he said he had a flu, and there is nothing to show it, no evidence, no pictures, nothing. And so a lot of people don't believe that he had any problem, but they just believe that they withdrew him out. But I had warned him before that this is a voluntary defense of your title. You don't have to fight Parker. You're not going to make any money or make anything or grow bigger than fighting fight. Take somebody in the top 15 fight, it's a warm-up fight, beat him up, and then you have Usyk on your doormat, and he insisted on fighting Parker. When the time came, his managers, Frank Warren, I think they know that, they knew that Parker is a bad guy, that Dubois, a young man, not more inexperienced in a way, even though he's a IBF heavyweight champion, inexperienced in a way, couldn't match up with the skill, and the velocity and the wickedness of could I say Parker's punches. They knew it after they saw what happened to Bakoli. Bakoli again, I advised as well. I said, don't take this match, no matter how much they pay. He's gonna disarrange you because Parker at the moment is full of confidence and he's got momentum and he's so happy fighting big people and he's been showing them and doing a number on all of them. So when Parker knocked him out, I said so. If you go back to my channel and see the videos I made of the same subject matter and go through it, you'll see what I said in the commentary. Now again, we're talking about Usyk and Dubois. Why would Usyk want to fight Dubois? WBO has already said, look, this is your mandatory challenger. Even if he fights, even if he wins the IBF title, it's still not going to be undisputed because the WBO title will be stripped of him. Because they've already told him, they've already called the shot and said, look, we're going to do the fight. The fight is a mandatory fight. If you do not accept, we'll do the fight anyway. You must do the fight or you'll be stripped of your title. And Joe Parker, we know Joe Parker is a solid fighter. He's a good fighter. And Usyk is adamant on it. He said he came out after and said he was going to fight Dubois. Still going to fight Dubois. Why is he running away from fighting Parker? What stops him from beating up Parker and then beating out Dubois? Dubois, he has knocked out almost, not quite 2 years ago, he knocked him out, albeit it was controversial in a way. Having said that, I have to be honest with you, the blow was on the edge of the belt. It's either one way or the other, but it's a clean blow. But that notwithstanding, there's no rush in fighting him again because you've beaten him and you stopped him in round 9. Why are you running away from, if you're not simply avoiding Parker, why are you running away from fighting Parker? Nobody wants Parker. Parker seems to be the boogeyman in the division at the moment. I've said this before. I said this, Parker and Ajit Caballero, the both of them are the boogeymen in the heavyweight division. You know, people don't want to fight them because, you know, because they are dangerous. For Usyk, who likes fighting bigger people, you know, when he fought Joshua at 6'6", he fought Tyson Fury at 6'9". You know, he attacks the body, you know, weaken their legs, sap the energy from their system, and then come to the head and deliver his combinations. And then with his peekaboo style, where he comes in and comes and bumps and waves, he pushes them back. But against shorter people, who saw the fight he fought with, who saw him with Maris Bredis, we saw him with Chisora, Derek Chisora. It was difficult for him. It was a difficult fight. And against somebody like Parker is just 1 inch taller than him at 6'4". So it's going to be a very, and Usyk is 6'3". It's going to be a very difficult fight. That is what we're saying, and that's what we're saying here categorically, that Usyk do not want any part of Joe Parker, because Joe Parker is going to be a bigger problem to him than Dubois. Now, talking about the money involved in this fight, I don't think Dubois will make more money for Usyk than Joe Parker will do. It will be probably, if he was fought in London in Wembley, yes, he might have that. But if you bring Joe Parker again to Wembley to fight Usyk, it's still going to be almost the same thing, because he's been in London, he's been in England for a very long time now, training with different coaches, and he's well known, he's a household name in the UK, so he can pull crowds as well. So having said that, was of the opinion that Usyk is avoiding Parker. You know, why is it? Even with everything he said, people know, I've called this fight before. If you go through my videos on the same subject matter, you see that I said it's going to be a very tough fight. It's not going to be a walk in the park for any of them. But I can still give it to Usyk on point, because I know that Usyk is a cat with 9 lives. But having seen his reaction towards Joe Parker and the match, I think I might differ a little bit now, because Usyk, I've said, is a brave guy. According to him, he said he's only had only 2 fights remaining, and that is one Dubois, and the other one is Pereira. Pereira in the UFC was beaten the other day, so I don't know if he's going to reserve that for Parker. If he had reserved it for Parker, he might as well have done the fight with Parker first, because in order not to be stripped of his WBO title, and then again do another one for Dubois, because Pereira on the other hand is gone. He doesn't have that clout again. He's just coming out from a defeat. And then Dubois, he has beaten before. So why the rush? Why insisting he wants Dubois? Is there anything in Dubois that we have not seen? We know Dubois took a kneel in that fight after a barrage of combinations. After being too sick, on the other hand, knocked him down and everything. But having said that, I have to be honest with you. Usyk, I do respect him, but his attitude and his body language shows that he's scared, you know, of fighting Joe Parker. Parker is not scared of anybody. He will take on all comers. And I believe that since Usyk is not there, and the title will be taken off from him, the WBO title, we assume it will happen. It's not happened yet, but we know it's going to happen. I think the fight he needs to fight to show us that he's the man is to fight Ajit Caballero. These 2 fighters are bloody fighters, bloody hitters. Caballero, arguably the biggest body puncher in the heavyweight division at the moment. You know, he's taking Trigger down, he's taking Sanchez down, Makhmadov down, and then the other day we saw him do a number on the Chinese giant Zhang. You know, nobody has ever beaten Zhang in that way and knocked him out. Nobody has ever done that. Zhang is experienced from Olympics in 2008. in China. We saw him there win a silver, and we saw David in 2012. We saw Joshua beat him. So these guys are thorough boxers, thorough fighters, and Parker has done a number on him. So I believe everybody should be aware of Parker. Parker is dangerous. Parker has got momentum. Parker is the man. Usyk is running away from Parker. I say it open here, this is Boxing Unlimited. If he doesn't want the heat from Parker, because he's scared, he's not quite sure how he's going to enter the fight, how he's going to fight him. Having said this, I will say that our time is up. Do have a nice day and God bless. Peace.